Is Netanyahu dead? If you've been on social media for more than 5 minutes lately, you've probably seen the posts, the dramatic captions, the shaky evidence, the confident voiceovers, the slowed down clips with arrows and circles like it's a courtroom drama. And the reason it's spreading isn't because people suddenly became experts. It's because the story hits a perfect psychological combo: shock, uncertainty, and the feeling that you've stumbled onto a secret the mainstream is hiding. But here's the reality you need in the first few seconds before your brain gets recruited into a rumor army. As of right now, there's no credible confirmation that Benjamin Netanyahu is dead. In fact, multiple fact-checkers and mainstream outlets have debunked the claim, and Netanyahu's office has publicly dismissed assassination or death rumors as fake. Now, I'm not saying that to shut down the conversation. I'm saying that because your attention is valuable. And this is exactly the kind of story that gets weaponized to hijack it. So in this video, I'm going to do 3 things, quickly and clearly. First, I'll explain why these Netanyahu is dead clips look convincing even when they're not. Second, I'll break down the most common pieces of viral evidence people are using right now and what's actually going on in those clips. Third, I'll give you a simple verification framework you can use the next time a breaking political rumor hits your feed, so you don't become a free distribution system for misinformation. And there's one specific mistake that makes smart people fall for this stuff every single time. I'll give you the mini version now and the full version later. The mistake is this: people change their standard of proof based on how the rumor makes them feel. If it feels shocking, they believe it faster. If it feels like it confirms their worldview, they share it faster. And by the time the truth catches up, the rumor already won the algorithm. Now let's rewind and talk about how this particular rumor got oxygen. Most viral "leader is dead" claims follow the same playbook. Step 1. A confusing clip circulates with a dramatic caption. Step 2. The clip gets reposted by accounts that speak with absolute certainty, but provide zero verifiable sourcing. Step 3. People start analyzing tiny visual glitches as if that's proof of a cover-up. Step 4. Someone adds the magic words AI, deepfake, clone, body double, they don't want you to know. And suddenly you're not watching news anymore. You're watching a story designed to make you feel like an insider. That's the emotional hook. Now, there are a few specific evidence buckets that have been circulating around Netanyahu recently, and I want to go through them one by one because each one teaches you something useful about how misinformation works. The first bucket is the 6 fingers video. You've probably seen it. A clip or screenshot from a press briefing where a hand looks wrong for a frame or two, and people claim it proves the video is AI generated. And then they jump from AI to "he's dead." This is where a lot of viewers get trapped because AI images do famously mess up hands sometimes. So when someone sees a 6-finger moment, their brain goes, "Uh-huh, got it." But multiple fact checks looked at the Netanyahu clip and said the extra finger claim doesn't hold up on closer inspection. PolitiFact addressed the exact claim and found that a screenshot was misleading and that a closer look shows 5 fingers on both hands. There was also a separate fact check published through Yahoo that explained how a shadow or angle in a single frame can create the illusion of an extra digit. And if you've ever paused a video at a weird moment, you already know the truth. Cameras and compression can make normal anatomy look bizarre for one frame, especially when you're zoomed in, cropped, and looking at a low-quality repost of a repost of a repost. So here's the first key lesson. A visual glitch is not the same thing as proof. It's a prompt to verify, not a conclusion. And the way rumors get you is by turning prompt to verify into permission to declare. Now the second bucket is AI-generated images. These are the ones that look like a dramatic scene: rubble, smoke, a body, a leader's face, a caption saying "confirmed." And the reason these images spread is because they're emotionally complete. They don't feel like a question, they feel like an answer. But this is exactly where modern misinformation is strongest, because AI images don't need to be perfect. They just need to be emotionally legible at phone screen size. And multiple outlets and analysis tools have flagged AI-generated Netanyahu dead images circulating recently as fake. One site that publicly documented this trend described how AI-generated death imagery was spreading and being detected as fabricated. Now, here's the important part. Even if an AI image looks real to you, that doesn't mean it's real. It means your brain did what it's designed to do, recognize faces and interpret scenes quickly. Your brain is optimized for survival, not for forensic analysis, and the internet exploits that. Now the third bucket is someone important posted it, evidence. This is where you'll see a screenshot claiming a major leader posted Netanyahu died or confirmed, and people treat it like an official announcement. Snopes even had to address a version of this where a supposed post attributed to a major world leader was circulating, and Snopes found that the claim originated as satire. Satire. That's the part that should scare you because it shows how easily a joke can become breaking news once it's ripped from its original context and reposted as a screenshot. This is why screenshots are dangerous. A screenshot is not a source. It's a picture of a claim. And pictures of claims are the favorite currency of misinformation because they feel official without being verifiable. Now the fourth bucket is he hasn't been seen logic. This is a classic. People say, he disappeared from public view, therefore he's dead. But absence is not evidence of death. Absence is evidence of absence. Leaders reduce appearances for many reasons: security, scheduling, strategy, health, operational control, even just the fact that not every day includes a public-facing event. And in conflict environments, visibility is often managed. So if you want to be intellectually honest, you can't jump from I haven't seen him in a clip today to he is dead. That's not analysis. That's impatience. Now let's talk about the most viral kind of proof of all. The video evidence explained genre. The slowed down clip with ominous music. The narrator saying, "Look closely." The circles around a pixel. The confident conclusion. This is where misinformation gets most powerful, because it mimics the aesthetics of investigation. It feels like a documentary, but a vibe is not verification. So here's a simple framework you can run in your head anytime you see one of these videos. First question, is the video first-hand, or is it a repost of a repost? If it's a repost, what's the original upload? Because every repost adds compression, cropping, filters, and loss of detail. And loss of detail creates glitches. Second question, is the claim supported by multiple independent credible sources or only by accounts that feed on shock? Because real confirmations of a leader's death don't live exclusively on random social pages. They get reported widely, fast, and consistently across major outlets. And yes, sometimes governments lie. But the point is, if the only evidence is viral video analysis and no credible outlet can confirm it, you should treat it as unverified at best. Third question, does the video prove the claim, or does it just trigger a feeling? Most viral evidence doesn't prove. It suggests, it implies, it nudges, and then it relies on your brain to fill in the rest. That's how manipulation works. It doesn't push you off a cliff. It invites you to walk there yourself. Now let's address what people actually want to know. If Netanyahu isn't dead, why are these rumors so persistent? Because leader death rumors serve a purpose. They create confusion. They inflame emotions. They distract. They rally supporters. They demoralize opponents. They generate clicks. And in high-tension political environments, they become a psychological weapon. Not always run by a single mastermind. Often run by the incentives of the platform itself, because the algorithm doesn't reward "we don't know yet." It rewards confirmed. It rewards absolutes. It rewards outrage. It rewards certainty. That's why Iron Dome tracked 0 spreads. That's why 5 destroyed spreads. That's why dead spreads. One word, maximum emotional impact. Now let me give you the mini payoff again, but tighter. Here's the current reality. There's no verified evidence Netanyahu is dead, and multiple fact checks have called the viral death rumor false. Netanyahu's office has also publicly dismissed the assassination death rumors. So if you saw the video and felt your stomach drop, that's normal. But don't confuse strong feeling with strong evidence. Now, I promise the one mistake that makes smart people fall for this. Here it is, fully. They confuse anomaly detection with truth detection. They think, I noticed something weird, therefore the whole claim is true. But noticing weirdness means you noticed weirdness. Nothing more. Video has shadows. compression artifacts, lens distortion, motion blur, reflections, lighting issues. A hand can look like 6 fingers in a single frame without being AI. A face can look off for a half second without being a deepfake. A sound can desync slightly without being a cover-up. Misinformation creators love this because they don't need to win in court. They just need to win in your mind. They just need you to think, suspicious. Because once your brain marks something as suspicious, you'll accept bigger leaps. And that's how the rumor grows from weird frame to AI to he's dead to they're hiding it. Now, I want to make this practical. If you want to explain this to someone else without arguing, don't insult them. Don't call them stupid. That triggers ego defense and locks them in. Instead, give them a simple test. Ask, what would you accept as confirmation? Would you accept a statement from an official government source? Would you accept multiple major outlets reporting the same confirmation independently? Would you accept consistent footage across days, across angles, across environments? Because if their answer is no, then it's not about evidence. It's about identity. And you can't fact-check identity with a screenshot. Now, there's another reason this specific rumor has traction. The internet is in a deepfake panic era. People have been trained to think that anything can be fake. And that's true in one sense. But that truth creates a new vulnerability. If everything can be fake, then anything you want to believe can be real. That's the twist. Deepfake awareness can make people more skeptical, or it can make them more gullible, depending on what they want to be true. So the antidote isn't trust nothing. The antidote is verify before you amplify. Now, let's go back to the viral video itself and explain what's actually happening in most cases. Most proof clips are built from 3 ingredients. 1, low-quality visuals. 2, selective pausing at the worst possible frames. 3, a confident narrator telling you what to see. That combination can make almost anything look like evidence. If I pause a normal person mid-blink, they look unnatural. If I pause mid-hand gesture with motion blur, hands look distorted. If I zoom in enough, skin texture turns into pixel mush and looks AI. This is why reputable fact checks often say, a closer look shows, because the closer look includes more frames, higher quality, and context. It's not magic. It's just honesty. Now here's where you might be thinking, okay, but what if the fact checkers are wrong? Great question. So, don't outsource your brain. Use the fact checks as a starting point, not as scripture. Look for independent confirmations. Look for consistent reporting. Look for official statements. And look for the simplest explanation that fits the evidence. Because the simplest explanation usually beats the cinematic explanation. A shadow beats a clone. A compression artifact beats a conspiracy. A miscaptioned clip beats a secret death. Now I'm going to give you one last framework because it applies to every viral political rumor, not just this one. Separate 3 things: claim, evidence, confidence. The internet loves high confidence with low evidence. You want your confidence to match your evidence. If the evidence is a blurry clip, your confidence should be low. If the evidence is multiple independent confirmations and official statements, your confidence can rise. That's adult thinking. Now let's land this. Is Netanyahu dead? Based on what's verifiable right now, no. The viral Netanyahu is dead content is being treated as false by multiple fact checks, and official messaging from Netanyahu's side has dismissed the death assassination rumor as fake. And the viral video evidence is doing what viral video evidence usually does. It uses weird frames, shadows, compression, and the aesthetics of investigation to create certainty without proof. So here's my question for you. When you saw the clip, what part made you believe it? Was it the 6 fingers frame? Was it the captions saying confirmed? Was it a screenshot of someone important posting it? Or was it the feeling that it matched what you already thought was happening? Drop the answer in the comments because the fastest way to build immunity to misinformation is to notice what kind of hook catches you. And if you want more breakdowns like this, fast, clear, and focused on what's verifiable, Follow for more. This is analysis for education. If you see a breaking claim, check multiple credible sources before treating it like a finished story.